Hi, welcome back to another edition of Max Nicky VGM Reactions. On this edition, in the Halloween spirit, we're going to be doing a track from Ghouls N Ghosts. This
Level
is
2, The Village of Decay and Destruction.
That's right. Composer name is
Tamayo Kawamoto.
Tamayo
Kawamoto.
And
forgive us for our pronunciation, guys.
And also, just in case, some people might say Tim Fallon did some tracks, but he did it for, I think there was some ports to a computer, and he did some additional tracks for that. But this is, we're going to be doing, this is for the Mega Drive or Sega Mega Drive or Sega Genesis version. This is that one.
And it's a Capcom game. Speaking of Capcom, the last track we did was a Capcom game too. If you are new to the channel or if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button, click the subscribe button, and if you're feeling extra generous and want to help us grow the channel, please consider donating to us on PayPal or Venmo. Links are in the description below.
That's right, Nikki. And if you want to check out some of our comedy and music stuff, please follow us at Max and Nicky on Instagram and TikTok, or you can check out our other YouTube channel, youtube.com/@MaxandNicky, and you can find quite a few comedy and music videos on there as well.
Without further ado, let's get into it with
The Village of Decay and Destruction from Ghouls N Ghosts, the Sega Genesis version. Here we go.
Man, what a cool track.
Man, what a cool track. You know, Tamayo Kawamoto, sorry, excuse me. Man, he knew what
she.
She. Are you? She. See, that's my Western mind working there. Tamayo, I was thinking, you know, because it ends with an O.
No, I think there were a good amount of female composers.
Well, no,
for Capcom especially.
No, I think there definitely were, for sure, for Capcom particularly.
But man, this track, it takes all these twists and turns.
Well, okay.
When you think it's going to just do the loop, it doesn't. It changes keys.
I was going to say, it modulates to a different key.
It's just
very
but
interesting.
Also,
it's not something you generally get in a... I mean, the loop is quite long, actually.
But I'm not even just talking about key changes here. I'm talking about instrumentation. It does like weird experimental things where and then it like stylistically changes too at certain points. And then it does, I love the way it gets back into the main melody where it goes bump, but like bump in each ear.
It does this kind of dissonant thing and a diminished thing, I think.
No, but when it gets back into the main melody.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It goes this thing where it goes like there's a teardrop in each ear, you know.
Well, I was going to say, the way it gets back, though, because for a while I'm thinking, this is the Village of Decay and Destruction. This sounds quite cool and nice to me. and then the decay and destruction kind of happens at the end of the track. I feel like,
Sure.
and then it gets back into the main melody.
It's been a long time since I've listened to this track because it's been a long time since I played this game, actually.
Although I will say, just so you know,
but this was my favorite track from the game. But I just sometimes when you're listening with headphones,
you played the Sega Genesis version.
We own it.
No, but I haven't. I've maybe played it a little bit, but I've certainly played the Super. I played Ghouls and Ghosts and Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Ghosts and Goblins and Super Ghouls and Ghosts. But I haven't played the Genesis Ghouls and Ghosts.
I have beat Ghosts and
much.
Goblins. I haven't beat Ghouls and Ghosts.
Isn't Ghosts and Goblins pretty hard to beat?
It is actually. I'm trying to think if I only beat it one time through. To beat it for real, you have to beat it all the way through twice, and I can't remember if I did it twice.
Oh, it's harder the second time.
Yeah. I did watch Brent beat it all the way through, though.
Brent is our older brother who also has a video game music podcast
called the Legacy Music Hour.
It's called the Legacy Music Hour. They've done many, many episodes since 2010, I believe, or 2011.
Anyway, let's talk more about this track, though. So it takes all these twists and turns, and it's really a nice...
Boom, bum, boom, bum, boom. I mean, there is something.
I would say there's a lot of classical influence in this. I mean, classical music as a genre in this.
Most definitely
in this track, though.
Well, actually, I should say
it just does all this.
Can
cool
I just say there's a lot of different instrumental ornamentations that add different timbres to it.
Yes,
that's kind of interesting. That it kind of does a sort of response or a mimicry of the main melody, but here and there, and it does. And then there's at certain points it kind of it does sort of a parallel motion with the main melody.
Yes,
or
I like all
like
the
that, but different
instrumentations and the ornamentation and just different instruments that they only are heard once throughout the whole loop.
It's
that's
interesting.
what's cool, and they come in on offbeats too, which gives this almost syncopated style at certain points. I like that.
It's very neat. And I guess there is something sort of creepy about the boom bum bum ba-da-lum da-da-lum dum bum 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 bum.
Yeah, it almost
kind of has a work.
It kind of sounds a little like Nightmare Before Christmas, actually.
It does. It does make you think of that. Although this was made before, of course.
This track does give you sort of a macabre feeling to it in a way.
I know we've said if you look at our other YouTube channel where we talk about just non-video game songs, we've been doing a few Halloween-esque types of songs on there, and we've used the word macabre a couple times there as well. So forgive us for repeating ourselves, but it's true. It does have that kind of quality to it.
This whole soundtrack is really good, but this is definitely my favorite track from the soundtrack.
Yeah, and in fact, I will say we listened to the main theme, the first level, which is in I think all the different versions of Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins and stuff like that. But I think the Super Nintendo version of that sounds the best, I think.
Of the main theme.
Of the main theme.
The
just the quality of sounds, I think, is a little bit better on the Super Nintendo version of that. But this song is unique to this game, and boy, does it sound real good.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I think that'll do it for this reaction. If you like what you heard and saw today, make sure to hit the subscribe button, click the like button, and if you're feeling extra generous and want to help us grow the channel, please consider donating to us on Venmo or PayPal. Links are in the description below.
And if you want to check out some of our comedy music stuff, please follow us at Max and Nicky on Instagram and TikTok, or check out our other YouTube channel, youtube.com/@MaxandNicky.
Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Max and Nicky VGM Reactions.
We'll see you next time.